We are back for another defensive film study. Drew Kelson, former football player. Jet Bush, former football player. Me, I did play second string left tackle in high school. So, fun fact for me, of course, I got injured. I had a lot of opportunities, but luck wasn't there for me. But you know where you can get lucky? Not in that way though. Join for just $1 at Inside Texas and get a full year of access to The Athletic. You guys can read the best recruiting news, analysis, and team news. Guys, let's not waste any time. Let's get right into the tape. All right, play number one is first quarter, 3rd and 10, 5 minutes, 32 seconds left in that quarter, and we are on Sam Houston's 27. And this was a fun little pass rushing package that we got where you got to see Moore, Hill, and Simmons all on the field at the same time. You're going to see first that the back flips sides. When he does flip sides, you're going to see that Simmons and Hill flip responsibilities. So they're keying the back, and they want Simmons away from the back. Here's a quick little part of it first. You can be looking at Moore on your left side at edge. He's going to win the rep. And then you're going to see Hill and Simmons kind of hang out in a spy, because if the quarterback goes left, Anthony Hill on your left side of the screen is going to take him. If he goes right, Colin Simmons is going to take him. So it's a fiddle technique. And most importantly, this is the first mobile quarterback that we've faced. And so you're seeing a little bit of how Texas might play a Mateer if he's not injured, or a Pavia, or a Marcel Reed. Then you have Trey Moore able to come get the sack. You see Colin Simmons is in pursuit. First things first, Drew, what are you thinking with this look?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you're in third and you have a pass rush, I mean, when you have these guys, when you have Hill and Collins in the middle, that's where I think people are looking for emphasis, is for, like, where do you want your protection to go? And so when I see the back is on that side, the back switches sides. And one thing that happened throughout this game too is this back was magnetized. It was like he was magnetized towards Simmons. Like, it's like wherever he went, he would always shade or block or help or assist to the side of where Simmons was. But in this case, you're just getting, I mean, what I love about this is you create confusion on the interior of the offensive line, just on responsibilities, but you have the numbers to where it's assuming you're going to have a man. But what you're essentially doing is creating really clean one-on-ones for the edges. So you have Moore and you have Burke, and you can tell by their get-offs, like, they know their job is to get off and get to the quarterback as soon as possible. The sooner they get to the quarterback spills. Wherever the quarterback spills, they'll all be in pursuit, and you have 0 and 1 there. Hill and Collins are the ones who will be able to clean up. So I actually like this because it gives more, and it gives it gives the ends chances to go get after it. But you also have and create these one-on-ones in the process. But considering we're going to play some pretty athletic and mobile quarterbacks throughout this season, I like having this package to where we know we're going to create some immediate pressure from the ends, but you still have your athleticism on the inside that's able to track them down.
Yep. And when you get 5 defenders lined up on 5 linemen, I know they have an extra guy at the back, but this creates 5-0 protection, right? Man protection. Well, the defense only has to be right on one of these, right? And you can get the sack. So they also give this look to force this offensive line to not be able to double team, not be able to work together. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4 great pass rushers. One of them, I like those odds. One of them is going to win their matchup and get the sack. And then you also have the ability for a Simmons and a Hill to control anything that spills out. The drive before this, it was a long 3rd down. Watson was able to spill out for some yards, so they're aware that that's a problem on 3rd down. They're confident that the pass coverage is not going to be an issue, but he might be able to run out. All right, Jet, we kind of talked about the structure of the play, but you can give us really good breakdown on Trey Moore here in his pass rush. He does get the sack. What are you seeing here technique-wise from Moore?
Well, first off, he's got a great get off, and he takes away space like immediately, and his trajectory is directly on that path line that we say, bang, bang, right down the center, and then chooses a side, picks half a man. Uses his hands very well. And then the next thing after that is he's got to get his hips around, which he does. Really gets that hip around, swings the arm around. Luckily, the quarterback evades because everybody else is doing their job to the right and outside the pocket, which allows him to just, kind of continue his speed and keep going. It's a complementary pass rush because you basically get power from the nose and Burke off the edge, which makes him roll out that way, where rather sometimes they could step up into the pocket and it would be harder for Trey to get this sack. But because everybody else is doing their job, it allows the sack to be a lot easier for Trey. And so you like to see that complementary pass rush.
All right, guys, sorry about the really grainy wide here. We're not going to look at the wide. I just want to show you guys the formation before we go to the end zone. This is second quarter, 3rd and 9 again, 4:39 left on the clock, and we are on Sam Houston's 26. You're going to see that they are in a condensed trip set here. So potentially one of these guys will go in, something like that. That's going to matter for the end zone because you're going to watch Anthony Hill not really do anything, but he is doing something. He's anticipating clouding a window. But let's look at the end zone here. All right. We are going to see Watson immediately looked to the play side. Anthony Hill is dropping out a little bit towards the bottom here. He's aware that if anything gets thrown, let's cloud that window. He's able to do that. Talk pass rush in a second. Quarterback has an opportunity here. You will see in a second. Man down. He actually got picked and tripped up, so he didn't just fall. There's a reason he's on the ground. But we do have a window here for a completed pass. Watson misses it. All right, Jet, we're going to take you first on this one. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking I'm probably doing exactly what Anthony is here doing because I'm probably in that same position realistically. And I'm anticipating just a quick slant, especially out of a formation like this. He's going to be just kind of a low hole wrap player. You can tell 14 is manned on the back, it seems, and he's running that's why he's chasing him all the way. Some type of Ringo call with a fill-in linebacker, 26. So it's a nice play design. Love it. And the reason why Anthony doesn't fill immediately is because that running back, he's not going out for a route or anything. He's kind of staying in the pocket. So that allows Anthony to stay low in coverage, 14 to wrap. It looks like Smith is about to get there, but I like the play and we're just a step away. We're right there. I like the play call overall. I'm thinking I'm doing exactly what Ant's doing. We just don't need the trip in the fall, but overall it's very nice play call and everybody does a good job, I think.
Drew.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to have Colin Simmons play on the inside in that way, my only thought was how fast or how quickly could Ty Anthony have wrapped on that just to add some pressure. But for the most part, when looking at this game and looking at least the 3rd and long opportunities, I do like that we're giving a consistent look just across the line to where, they slide the protection in this case, but you kind of know what you're going to get. If you're getting slide protection versus if you're getting man protection, you know how you're going to wrap this thing around, or you know how you're going to add pressure to the quarterback in this case. And they're playing man. And so with our defense playing man, it's one of those things you want to have a really clean understanding of how you're going to deploy this setup. And so I do think they do a great job here of being aligned. Just if there's a little bit more urgency, maybe that ball, maybe someone's in his face a little sooner. But just taking a look here at what 3rd downs are going to look like as we move on into the season.
Are you ready to love your kitchen and bathroom again? Luxe Kitchen and Bath will bring that to life. Luxe has been offering high-end kitchen and bathroom remodels for 3 generations throughout the greater Austin area. With 5-star review after 5-star review on Google and Facebook and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, you can put your faith in Luxe Kitchen and Bath's award-winning designers and skilled craftspeople to bring your dream vision to life. But that's not all. Luxe's all-star team also provides full home remodels, large additions, and even commercial build-outs as well. So call Luxe Kitchen and Bath at 833-358-LUXE today, or visit luxekitchenbath.com to discover where quality meets luxury and begin the process of transforming your home. Get your free quote today by calling 833-358-LUXE. That's LUXE. Or by visiting luxekitchenbath.com. Contact info is in the description. All right, this is the very end of the first half. It's 4th and 4, 5 seconds left on the clock. They are on Texas 42. They are going to take a shot, basically a Hail Mary, and this is the McDonald interception. This is why it's beneficial to have really good athletes on your football team. We'll watch through it first. We get some good stuff from the pass rush. Doesn't get all the way home here. And look how quick he's throwing it. He's not thinking much. He does evade well right here. Good stuff. Leonga makes him pay for that. Smacks him in the chest the second he throws it. Bam. And then this is really just to display what Jelani's vertical is. Bang. Fun play. Jet, we'll hit you first on this one because this is one that you keyed in on specifically.
Yeah, so I just great pass rush by everybody. I think they made him pay for that throw. Honestly, kind of good job by the quarterback by feeling the pocket and being able to step up. But we got to get there as a D line. But I really just wanted to shout out my former teammate Jelani McDonald. What an athlete! I know he did high jump, but this is going to be a special play and come in handy when these situations or any deep ball situations come up. And, this is going to be a warning, to if you're throwing deep on that to Jelani's side, you better watch out. So I really just wanted to shout out Jelani here on that. And, good shot there at the end by the Lion.
Whenever in recruiting, he was a really fun, confident, engaging kid. What's he like off the field?
He's a really good guy. He's always high energy and, good vibes. I've never had any, nobody that I know has had any problems with him. He's always just a team guy and, hanging out with, whatever we're doing and, part of the boys, I guess. I don't know how else to say it. You're just one of the guys.
Yeah. He shouted out in an Under Armour game or whatever. They interviewed him after. My favorite moment probably ever. He shouted out women in general. He said, I would like to just thank you to women. That was my favorite Jelani moment. That's a high schooler that shouted out women in general when he got on the mic. Drew, any key things here? I know it's not a crazy play. It's more to just highlight what Jelani's able to do.
No, first is I just love a chaotic pocket. It's nice, clean. Like everybody still has a chance to go make a play. This is also coachable tape because it shows like everyone has a one-on-one. Go make a play. Somebody get off the block. Someone go make a play. So I like seeing clean film like this because it really makes it coachable film. Two, number 4. Man, it's funny because wearing number 4, or it's formerly wearing number 4 at Texas, you naturally and automatically look at whoever's wearing number 4 on defense, and I get to watch Jelani play. I get to vicariously live through this dude, and pretend that I was the athlete that he is. But no, man, this is just an incredible play. I'm excited to see him throughout the remainder of this season. He's always around the ball. Yeah, he's special. So if you haven't been specifically and always wanted to know where number 4 was on defense, I definitely think he's somebody you should always know. But I'm pretty sure he's going to be popping up in the frame on every play regardless.
All right, we are in the third quarter now. It is 1st and 10, 13:51 left in the quarter. We are on Sam Houston's 25 here. And this is a boundary run that we've been discussing in previous episodes. If you have not seen that, go watch previous episodes, and we explain some of the potential weaknesses to our scheme versus boundary runs. It seems like this has been emphasized now to be a solve. So the first things first, we're not going to look at this wide too much because it is very grainy. But they start off in a 2x2 here, and then they're going to motion this receiver, I believe, out here, and then this running back's on this side. So they create quads to the field, which is something that we're seeing. We're moving all of these guys to the field, and we're trying to get us to flood our coverage over to that side so we have less men to defend a boundary run. This is what teams have done consistently versus us, but we seem to get it solved here. We will move just to show you that he does motion, and then we'll cut right in. So the backers are going to bump their gaps, and then we're going to go to the end zone. But pay attention when we're in the end zone of Jelani McDonald. He is the B gap warrior and just his speed to close on this and solve some of the issues we've had with the boundary runs are pretty remarkable. So we're going to see the player motion. They're creating quads to the field. We don't have numbers theoretically to the boundary. Jelani McDonald does not care. He's going to shoot that B gap at lightning fast. And they solve that boundary run problem. All right, Drew, what's your first thoughts when you see this get fixed, at least in this play?
I think the primary, I mean, when you know what you're doing, you can play with aggression. It just cleans up the picture for everyone else around you. I mean, it's almost like he anticipated it. So they're already coming in motion, but once he sees low hats, he's gone. He beats the back to the hole. And so you already know he knows what his responsibility is. Of course, Colin Simmons has outside leverage there. Outside arm is free, and everyone else is just going to spill over the top. And it just makes for nice, clean, coachable football. Beautiful run fit, beautiful fit. And it's great to see the DBs be in sync with the run, just with their run fits as well.
And they're going to force with this motion. They're going to force Hill out of the box. Something a little bit different. We don't see a surf technique from Burke either. Burke immediately gives chase, and he also gets a part of the play. So he's not holding here, anticipating some type of quarterback pull. So they're not even able to neutralize him with a read. So he comes flying in as well. And this is something we'll watch. All right, Jet, what you got for us?
Well, I've got a little saying for any high school coaches watching this. It's called 3 away, stay all day. So we got this 3. He's going, or it's going to become number 3, and he's obviously just a little, looky here type of thing. So we say 3 away, stay all day. If you're Anthony Hill, you can see how patient I like the linebackers are and how they move in sync and are never overstep their gap. And Leonga kind of knows it's going to be coming back his way. You could tell how patient he is. There's his gap. He plays it with his eyes. So that's called playing your gaps with your eyes. He doesn't go and run in and take himself out of the play. He floats over the top. And then Drew, like you said, playing aggressive and clears everything up for the back end. Jelani plays aggressive. Colin Simmons plays a good edge, sets the edge. So there's nowhere to go besides the B gap right into him. And then, like you see, we even have extra help over the top because Leonga never got touched, and then Anthony backside. So it's just nice to see. And then if the quarterback does pull it, it's nothing to worry about. That's Zero's guy. That's why 91's playing so heavy on the chase technique. But you could see also Burke runs at the quarterback to make him give it, which is another thing. He's probably doing that on purpose because he's trying to make him give it. You can see Burke knows. So he's running at the quarterback, and then last second takes a hard angle. Yeah, 91. Takes a hard angle to go chase backside. So he's taken away and he cut back. So literally this play is deleted and should be played like this from here on out pretty much.
Just beautiful.
Yeah, it's great. It's good to see like where it was last week and then how we fixed it this week. Because I was going through the film and I saw this isn't the only one that they fit like this. They ran this play multiple times against this defense and they fit everyone almost TFL or just very well in general. So that was just good to see and good to see us play some good ball when that's what the expectation is right here. Nothing crazy. We know we're going to go take care of business, but let's make sure we have clean football. Our X's and O's are straight. We're playing our gaps. We don't have any mental errors, which is the biggest thing. That's number one. And that's going to give us a good feeling going into the bye week here. And then after that, we got, a big test in Florida away. I don't think you should look at their record. I think they're going to be hungry. I think the head coach's job is on the line. So, he's hungry. And then after that, we're probably licking our chops looking at the schedule from there on out. We know what we have after that. So exciting to, good feeling going into the weekend of a bye week for sure. Offensively, defensively, special teams, and definitely getting hungry for SEC play.
All right. Wasn't the craziest opponent, but we saw once again the defense do exactly what they needed to do versus that caliber of opponent. We're going to have much more tests coming up, but I'm excited. You guys need to go over to InsideTexas.com. You can join for just $1 for your first week, and you'll get a full year of access to The Athletic. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and peace.